What's going on, everyone? This is Slackerman with another diecast model review. Today we are looking at the Unimax Forces of Valor Black Hawk helicopter. Forces of Valor is my favorite diecast model company. I believe that they do the best quality, the best detail. Unfortunately, they don't make them anymore, so they're very hard to find. The World War II stuff you can find at most model shops or on eBay, but any of the modern stuff like the Black Hawk, the Apache, the Cobra, Viper, any of the modern helicopters, the modern jets, those are hard to find, especially on eBay. So luckily I was able to find this mint in package, so I'm very happy to get this to add to my collection. So let's take a look. As far as the packaging, it's just the standard Forces of Valor window box that we've been getting. Just some different images on the front there. On the back, just have different images of the other models that you can buy. I would really like to get the World War II, I think it's a 132 scale, the 88 millimeter flat cannon. That would be very cool to have. Anyway, you do get a stand as far as an accessory, and then obviously you get the extra rotor blades. I just haven't put them on yet because I think it's easier to kind of look at the model without the extra two rotor blades. I have to say right off the bat that this stand is awful, so you have to be very careful when you move this. It falls over constantly. I've had to reshoot this now 3 times because every time I touch it, the thing would fall over. So I don't know if I will actually have this on my shelf using this stand. So anyway, let's take a look at the model. Again, Forces of Valor, they did an amazing job with this model. Again, it's my favorite diecast model company, and I think it's right up there with Hobby Master or any of those other brands. But Forces of Valor is a little cheaper than Hobby Master. And I don't think Hobby Master makes any helicopters. I think I've only seen the Huey by them. Anyway, the Black Hawk along with the Huey are some of my favorite helicopters, so I'm very glad that I finally got the Forces of Valor edition. So taking a look at the front, I really like the cavalry kind of decal in the front here. You have the 2 swords with the shield and the horse, so that's very cool. Very reminds me of the Vietnam Huey helicopters that also had that. The other thing I love about Forces of Valor, it's the only other company besides Hobby Master that does it. They actually put pilots inside the vehicle. Usually every other company, it's just an empty cockpit. So if you want to put it in a flight pose, it looks retarded because nobody's flying it. So you can see a co-pilot there, and then you can see the pilot. He's a little harder to see, and for some reason he has like a mask on, almost like a breathing mask or something. So that's kind of weird. Maybe that's more accurate that the pilot would wear a gas mask or a breathing mask or an oxygen mask, but he's a little harder to see. But again, it's very cool that they actually included pilots. It makes it look a lot better, in my opinion. Again, the detail, they have all those rivets that you can see there. The other thing, I can't tell if this is actual just paint wear or if it's intentional, but all over the helicopter they just have these little metal chippings of the paint chipping away, so you can see some of the silver or die-cast metal underneath, so that's very cool. Again, the top, you have all the windows there. The side, you have the door gunner, or the door open for the gun, the heavy machine gun, and you also have the big box magazine next to it, so that's very cool. This side door is very cool. You can see kind of inside the helicopter bay there. I wish it would slide open. It'd be very cool if you could slide it back and forth, but that's not too big of a deal. Okay, I'm going to try to open this without knocking down the whole model. This is for both sides. You can actually open up the engine bay and get a look at the engine, so that's very cool. I'll probably never, pose it with that open, but it's a nice little feature that they added. And again, they have a nice decal there. I really like the exhaust. You have the big silver tips for the exhaust piece. Going down the tail, you have the United States Army, danger, keep back. You have the black paint next to the tail rotor. Then you have the 2 in-flight lights there, the 2 red lights, one right there, one right there. And again, I'm trying to move this really slow so I don't knock it over again. On the back of the tail wing, you have the same danger icon. Here, there's nothing on this side. Again, the very cool exhaust, and then you can kind of get a better look at the bay. See, I almost lost it right there. Then again, on this side, you have another machine gun with the big drum or box magazine. So again, this is a great model. Forces of Valor is right up there with Hobby Master, And I think if you want a Black Hawk, this is the way to go, especially this scale. I love the 172 scale. It's not too big, not too small, it's just right. So this won't eat up a lot of space on your shelf, and it's a great model. So hope everyone liked the video, and thanks a lot for watching.